Today we're going to be testing out the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I have two shades here, 31 medium neutral and 32 medium neutral. So if you're not sure about your shade or your skin tone is similar to mine, this video is going to help you. So this is a 30 ml bottle and it claims to be a medium buildable coverage, which is long lasting. From what I've experienced, satin can either look good or it could look terrible. So we're going to be testing it properly with an 8-hour wear test. As always, get comfortable and let's figure out whether this is the foundation for you. So this foundation comes in 36 shades and is based on a drugstore price point. It's described as lightweight, breathable, and infused with a hydrating complex. So it's not meant to be matte or dewy, but sort of somewhere in the middle. And personally, I'm really enjoying a satin finish on my skin these days. And when it's done right, it can look beautiful. So let's get into the swatches. Let's start with the shade swatches first, because I know that's what you're here for. Starting with 31 medium neutral, I'll bring you closer to the camera. And that is what 31 medium neutral looks like. My face is already color corrected and concealed as well. As you can see, it's got a neutral undertone, which is what I am, but we also need to check if it's going to oxidize. So again, this is 31 medium neutral. Now with 32 medium neutral, it's pulling slightly yellowish and warm because it's going a bit deeper. But once blended out, it's looking neutral. So again, the front one is 31 medium neutral and the back one is 32. So like I said before, 31 is looking more neutral and is just a touch lighter, but 32 looks slightly deeper. It has a neutral undertone, but it's looking warmer. Since I'm more tan at the moment, I'm going to use 32 medium neutral. So next we're going to see how it actually blends onto the skin and whether it oxidizes. So now for application, I'm going to be using a brush and a sponge. On one side, I'll be using a normal brush that I have, and on the other side, I'll be using this soft sponge from Duke Beauty. So I've taken a small amount at the back of my hand. I'm just going to lightly dot it at the center of the face. That's what I normally do. And I got this hourglass looking one from Shein and I'm going to be trying it for the first time. Just coated the brush evenly. And now let's go and blend that out. I've used a Maybelline Serum Primer, the Huda Beauty 4 Filter Corrector, and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, which I've linked in the description box. So that's gone as my base. And you saw that I started with very thin layers at the beginning because you can build this one up. But remember, you can't uncake your cakey foundation. So that's why I always suggest light layers. Okay, a quick first impression. This has certainly gone on like a medium coverage foundation. It has evened out the skin tone really beautifully. But it's not masking anything, so it's not sitting very heavy either, which is great. I can tell you right now, it has a very skin-like finish. It's not flat, it's given dimension, but it's not shiny or greasy. Well, if you're noticing, you can see that my skin is just looking healthy. I did feel that it deepens out in color slightly when I'm applying it on the skin. So if you're in between shades, just keep that in mind as we're going ahead with the video. Now I'm just taking a bit more on the back of my hand for the sponge side, and you can see that it is damp. Never use a dry sponge because it will just absorb everything that you're going to be using. So again, just dotting the center of the face with 32 medium neutral. And now with the sponge, I'm just blending that out. That was much quicker than the brush. So immediately what I can see is that this side is looking a bit more sheer and slightly more natural. So it depends on the finish that you're going for. And if I'm doing a side-by-side comparison, I can see that the brush has given a slightly heavier but natural looking coverage. It's obviously covered instantly. And with the sponge, it's looking softer and lighter. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if you want a more polished look, go for the brush, and if you love that barely there skin, go for the sponge. So I'm just gone up close into the mirror to see what is going on the skin. Again, it's looking very natural. It's looking beautiful and smooth. It's not clinging to any dry patches that I normally have around the mouth, and neither is it sitting too heavily around my nose or is it going into my smile lines. The best part about this satin foundation is that it's not too glowy or not too matte. It's something in between, and you can definitely see that glow coming through. So if you're someone who doesn't like being too matte or too glowy, I would say this is a good foundation for you. I've gone for this very subtle but bold lip look, and this is normally where satin foundations would shine. In the mirror and in real life, the foundation looks expensive, it doesn't look powdery, and the best part is that it's not looking flat. So in my opinion, when you have this kind of base, it makes your skin look healthy, perfected, but not overly matte or flat. Now I'll wear this for the next 5 hours and then I'll meet you at 8 hours. So I'll see you there. So I've been wearing this makeup for around 5 hours now. I know the lipstick hasn't budged all that much, which is so good. But anyway, getting back to the foundation, this is what I'm beginning to notice with it. So as you can see, there's some natural shine coming through, especially around the T-zone and slightly towards the center of the face. But the best part is the foundation hasn't separated even though that glow or shine is coming through. It hasn't moved too much around my smile lines, but most of my foundations go into it. I'm now 36, so I'm going to be expecting all of that to happen. But overall, it is a good sign. For me personally, on my skin type, it did not oxidize too much. There was slight movement of color. I think it's looking half a shade deeper than when I had applied it. So really the way the foundation is holding at even at the 5-hour mark is really impressive. And for the price, why not? Like, this is a 30 ml bottle. It gives you a medium buildable coverage, long lasting. So far, it looks like the claims are really holding strong for e.l.f. And now we're back in for the quick final 8-hour check-in. I'm very impressed with this lipstick. Like, I'm going to leave it down in the description box, but yeah, I'm really impressed with this one. Overall, with the foundation, yes, it has moved into my smile lines now at 8 hours. It hasn't moved around my face though, which is great. I can always just touch it up with my fingers. It's not a big issue for me. The oxidization had stopped at around 5 hours, so it hasn't gone any more deeper or darker on my skin type. It's a beautiful foundation. You can really rely on this to last the entire day or your work days. But yeah, overall it looks like skin. Not greasy, very satin-like, not too matte. Wow, this is amazing foundation, especially for the cost. So basically, who should be buying this e.l.f. foundation really? In my opinion, if you have normal to dry skin, this is gonna look beautiful on you. If you're very, very oily or you're on that combo kind of level, you might need to powder the foundation down ever so slightly and maybe pop in a mattifying primer, because I use the Maybelline Grippy Primer, which I normally do anyway. So don't expect this to be like a full glam high coverage foundation, because it's not. It's a medium buildable one. So this will be your everyday healthy satin looking skin foundation. Between 31 and 32, I like to use 32 at the moment because I'm coming out of summer now. The peak of summer is nearly over, but I think in winter I might have to lean towards 31 medium neutral. We'll have to have a look at that one. But if you're in between shades, unfortunately, you might have to mix these two. And for a drugstore foundation, I'm genuinely impressed. I'm happy I wore this for 8 hours. You have been requesting this as well, so I'm really happy with how it has sat on my skin for the entire 8-hour wear test. So I really hope this video helped you, and if it did, please hit that like button. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know whether you'll be trying this or no, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.